There is a simple truth most people ignore. Nobody is coming to save you. Your life will only change the day you decide to put all your energy where it belongs, on you. Every dream you have, every goal you want to reach, every future you want to live depends on one thing: how much you are willing to focus on yourself without distractions, without excuses, and without waiting for permission. You must build yourself so strong that no failure can break you and no rejection can stop you. The world rewards those who master themselves, not those who blame, not those who wait. The ones who win are the ones who focus relentlessly on their growth, their vision, their path. Focus on you until you win, because if you don't, nobody else will. Today could be the day you stop looking outside and start building the life you deserve from the inside out. Stay with me, because this might be the most important shift you ever make. Chapter 1. Focus fully on building your strongest self every day. You have to focus fully on building your strongest self every day. You cannot afford to take days off when it comes to building yourself. Life is not slowing down for anyone. Every day that you waste, every moment that you let slip away without working on yourself, it compounds against you. You either build the life you want, or you drift further into the life you don't. Most people never win because they never stay focused on themselves long enough. They are too busy watching others, too busy comparing, too busy getting distracted. The greatest gift you can give yourself is daily commitment. Commitment to getting stronger, commitment to becoming wiser, commitment to becoming more disciplined. And it is not something you do once in a while. It is something you decide to do every single day, whether you feel like it or not. It all starts with the decision. You must decide that you are not going to let another day slip through your fingers. You must decide that you are going to work harder on yourself than you do on anything else. Your strongest self is not going to build itself. Your mind is not going to sharpen itself. Your discipline is not going to fall from the sky. You are responsible. You are the one who has to make it happen. And it starts small. It starts with 1 hour of reading instead of scrolling. It starts with one workout instead of making excuses. It starts with saying no to junk food and yes to something that fuels your body. It starts with sitting down in a quiet room and setting real goals for your life. The small decisions you make each day build your strongest self, brick by brick. But you must stay with it. You cannot just work on yourself when life feels easy. You have to do it when it is hard, when you are tired, when you are discouraged, when no one claps for you, when the results are invisible. That is when the real work is happening. That is when you are laying down the foundation for a future that nobody can take away from you. Strength is built in the silence. Strength is built in the struggle. Strength is built when nobody is watching. Your strongest self is not built on good intentions. It is built on action. You have to be the one who shows up for yourself every day. No excuses. No blaming, no waiting for motivation. Motivation is not coming to save you. You have to save yourself through consistency. Consistency is the real secret. It is not fancy, it is not exciting every day, but it is powerful, and it works. Every day that you choose yourself, you get one step closer to your dreams. Every day that you focus on your growth, your power grows with it. The results may not come overnight, but they will come. The world rewards the people who stay focused when everyone else gives up. The world rewards the people who bet on themselves even when the odds look impossible. You have to get honest with yourself. Are you building yourself, or are you distracting yourself? Are you pushing yourself forward, or are you letting life push you around? It is a hard question, but the answer will set you free. If you are not getting stronger, you are getting weaker. If you are not moving forward, you are falling behind. There is no standing still in this life. Growth is not a choice. It is a requirement. You have to protect your focus like your life depends on it. Because it does. Focus is your superpower in a world that is built to distract you. Every notification, every meaningless piece of news, every negative voice is trying to steal your future from you. You have to stand guard at the door of your mind and decide what gets your attention. Your attention is sacred. Your attention builds your life. When you focus fully on building your strongest self every day, you start to see the world differently. You stop chasing approval. You stop needing permission. You stop wasting time explaining yourself to people who will never understand your dreams. You stop feeling guilty for wanting more out of life. You stand firm in who you are and who you are becoming. You must understand that nobody is coming to build you up. Nobody is responsible for making you strong. That is your job, and it is the most important job you will ever have. You have to respect yourself enough to put in the work, to sacrifice temporary comfort for lasting power, to choose growth over fitting in, to build a future so strong that you can stand proud in it no matter what storms come your way. Every morning you wake up is another opportunity to build yourself. Another opportunity to make yourself strong. Another opportunity to prove to yourself that you are serious about your future. You cannot waste these days. You cannot treat them like they are endless. They are not. Every day is a building block. Every day is a piece of the foundation. Every day matters. And the beauty of focusing on yourself is this. When you get stronger, everything gets better. Your relationships get better, your health gets better, your finances get better, your confidence gets better. But it starts with you. It always starts with you. If you focus on you until you win, you will look back one day and realize that winning was not even the real prize. The real prize was who you became in the process. Your strongest self is waiting on the other side of discipline, on the other side of sacrifice, on the other side of consistency. And you have what it takes. You have everything you need already inside you. You do not need to be more talented. You do not need someone to rescue you. You need to commit to yourself at a level that you never have before. Start today, not tomorrow, not next week, today. Focus fully on building your strongest self today, and then wake up tomorrow and do it again. Stack those days together, stack those wins together, and watch how your life transforms. Watch how your confidence grows. Watch how your strength becomes unbreakable. This is how you win. You do not win by hoping. You do not win by luck. You win by focusing fully on you every single day. You win by showing up for yourself no matter what. You win by refusing to quit when it gets hard. You win by doing the work that most people are too lazy to do. Focus on you until you win, because if you don't, nobody else will. Chapter 2. Train your mind to ignore all outside noise. Every day there is noise. There are opinions flying around. There are distractions that want your energy. There are voices telling you what you should do and who you should be. If you are not careful, you can spend your whole life living for other people's expectations. You can lose yourself trying to keep up with a world that does not even know who you are. That is why training your mind to ignore the noise is not just important, it is necessary. You have a limited amount of attention. You cannot give it to everything and everyone. If you do, you will have nothing left for yourself. Your dreams will dry up, your energy will fade, your confidence will crumble, because you cannot build a strong mind if you are constantly allowing noise to get inside it. You have to protect your mind like you protect your most valuable possession, because that is exactly what it is. The world will always have something to say. People will always have opinions. But opinions do not build your life. Opinions do not pay your bills. Oh, friends, opinions do not create your future. Your actions do. Your choices do. Your daily focus does. The minute you start listening to every opinion, you lose your power. You start questioning yourself. You start doubting your path. You start moving slower. You start shrinking your vision just to fit into someone else's small thinking. Training your mind to ignore the noise is about building inner strength. It is about becoming so rooted in your own vision that the outside world cannot shake you. It is about knowing who you are so clearly that nothing anyone says can pull you off your path. It is not about arrogance. It is about clarity. It is about understanding that your life is too important to be hijacked by other people's doubts or fears. The first step is to get clear on what matters. When you know what you are working toward, it gets easier to spot the noise. Not every comment needs your attention. Not every comment needs your attention. Not every distraction deserves your energy. You have to decide what is worth your time and what is not. If it does not push you closer to your vision, it is noise. If it does not help you grow stronger, it is noise. If it drains your energy instead of building it, it is noise. You must become ruthless about your focus. You must protect your mind from negativity, from gossip, from jealousy, from comparison, from fear. You cannot allow yourself to get dragged into meaningless battles. You cannot waste your time explaining yourself to people who are committed to misunderstanding you. You cannot live your life trying to meet standards that are not even your own. That is how dreams die. That is how great potential is wasted. Train your mind to be quiet when the world gets loud. Learn to hear your own voice above the noise. Learn to trust your own instincts even when nobody else understands. Strength comes from knowing that you do not need validation to move forward. You do not need permission to follow your path. You do not need approval to chase your dreams. The only voice you need to answer to is the one inside you that knows you were made for more. There will always be critics. There will always be doubters. There will always be people who think you are foolish for believing in something bigger. That is not your problem. Their noise is their problem. Your problem is whether you allow it into your mind. Your responsibility is to keep your mind clean, keep it strong, keep it focused. That is your job. That is how you protect your future. When you train your mind to ignore the outside noise, you move faster. You think clearer, you feel lighter. You stop carrying the weight of other people's opinions. You stop apologizing for wanting more out of life. You stop shrinking yourself to make others comfortable. You start living with a power that does not fade just because someone else is uncomfortable with it. Training your mind is not about pretending that the noise is not there. It is about seeing it for what it is and choosing not to give it your energy. It is about saying, I hear it, but it is not for me. It is about staying locked in on your goals no matter what the outside world throws at you. It is about building a mind so strong that it can handle rejection, criticism, failure, setbacks, and still keep moving forward without losing belief. Every day is a new test. Every day you will be tempted to react, to defend yourself, to explain yourself, to seek approval. But every time you rise above that temptation, you get stronger. Every time you ignore the meaningless noise and choose focus instead, you sharpen your mind. You build a mindset that is not easily shaken. You build a mind that can stand in the middle of chaos and still see clearly where it is going. There is great freedom in this. When you no longer need the world to understand you, you are free. When you no longer need constant validation, you are free. When you no longer let criticism define you, you are free. That freedom gives you the ability to chase your highest potential without being slowed down by doubts that do not belong to you. You must make a decision today. Decide that your dreams are too important to be sacrificed for noise. Decide that your peace is more valuable than winning arguments. Decide that your energy is too sacred to be spent on things that do not build you. Every day you practice this, you get closer to mastery. Every day you guard your mind, you move closer to a life you can be proud of. Focus is a daily choice. Strength is a daily choice. Peace is a daily choice. You have the power to make that choice. You have the power to say no to the noise. You have the power to say yes to your future. It will not always be easy. Some days the noise will feel louder. Some days the distractions will seem endless. Some days the pressure to listen to the crowd will be strong. But you must be stronger. You must remind yourself why you started. You must remind yourself what is at stake. You must remind yourself that greatness is never built by following the crowd. Greatness is built by those who have the courage to walk alone if they have to. Greatness is built by those who know that silence is sometimes louder than words. You are responsible for the life you build. You are responsible for the energy you allow around you. You are responsible for the energy you allow around you. You are responsible for the mindset you carry into every day. And the stronger your mind becomes, the clearer your path becomes. The clearer your path becomes, the faster you move. The faster you move, the closer you get to the life you were meant to live. The outside noise will not go away. It will always be there. But you will be different. You will be stronger. You will be wiser. You will be focused. You will not bend every time the wind blows. You will not fall apart every time someone criticizes you. You will not lose yourself chasing approval that does not even matter in the end. Train your mind until you can hear the noise and keep walking anyway. Train your mind until you can stand tall in your own truth. Train your mind until you no longer need anyone else to tell you that you are on the right path. Because you will know it. Deep down, you will know it. This is your time. This is your life. Do not waste it listening to the noise. Focus on building the future you deserve. Focus on becoming the person you were meant to be. Focus on staying true to yourself, no matter how loud the outside world gets. And if you stay true, if you stay focused, you will win. Because the world cannot stop a mind that refuses to give up. Chapter 3. Fight for your dreams when no one believes. There comes a point where you realize that if you do not fight for your dreams, nobody else will. People may care about you, they may love you, but they cannot see the fire inside you. They cannot understand the vision that only you were given. And when you chase something bigger than what is comfortable, there will always be those who doubt you. It is not their job to believe. It is yours. When nobody believes in you, you have a choice. You can shrink back and accept their limited expectations, or you can rise up and fight harder because you know that what you are building is bigger than what they can see. Many great lives were almost destroyed because someone close said, "You can't do it." You have to understand that belief is not a requirement for others. It is a responsibility for yourself. Fighting for your dreams is lonely work. You will sit in rooms by yourself, wondering if you are crazy for wanting more. You will have mornings where you wake up with doubt pressing against your chest like a weight. You will have days where the results are invisible and all you have to hold on to is your own belief. But that is enough. That is the beginning of every great achievement. The ability to believe when there is no evidence yet. Most people are comfortable living inside small dreams. because small dreams do not scare anyone. Small dreams do not threaten anyone. But when you decide to break the mold, when you decide to build something that is not ordinary, expect resistance. Expect the people closest to you to raise eyebrows. Expect them to question your judgment. It does not mean they hate you. It means they are limited by their own fears. You must fight through it. You must remind yourself daily that your dream was given to you for a reason. If they were supposed to understand it, they would have seen it too. But they did not. You did. It is yours. It is personal, it is sacred, and it is worth defending with everything you have. The fight for your dreams is not just an outer battle. It is an inner battle. The voices outside are loud, but the voice inside can be even louder. Doubt will whisper that maybe they are right. Fear will tell you to settle for what is easy. Comfort will beg you to come back to the familiar. But you must push forward. You must be stronger than your emotions on the hard days. You must lead yourself when it feels like nobody else is even watching. Real fighters are not motivated by applause. They are motivated by purpose. They are not waiting for the crowd to cheer them on. They are too busy laying the bricks of their future, one hard day at a time. They are too focused on the vision to care about approval. They know that respect comes after results, not before. They are willing to walk alone today, to stand tall tomorrow. When you fight for your dreams, you develop a toughness that cannot be faked. You earn a resilience that you cannot buy. You build a soul that can handle pressure. Every rejection makes you sharper. Every no forces you to dig deeper. Every failure teaches you how to fight smarter. There are no wasted battles when you are fighting for something real. Every scar tells a story of someone who refused to back down. You have to get clear on one thing. Your dream matters. It matters because it shapes you into who you were meant to be. It matters because it forces you to become disciplined, focused, and relentless. It matters because it calls out the best parts of you that would otherwise stay hidden. Dreams are not just about achievement. They are about transformation. They are the training ground for greatness. You will not always feel strong. You will not always feel courageous. Some days you will question everything. That is part of the process. Courage is not the absence of fear. Courage is moving forward even when fear is loud. Courage is getting back up even when it would be easier to stay down. Courage is choosing to believe again every morning, even when yesterday ended in disappointment. There will be moments where quitting seems reasonable. There will be times when the results come slower than you hoped. There will be seasons where it feels like nobody notices how hard you are trying. That is when you must remember. You are not fighting for attention. You are fighting for your future. You are not fighting for their applause. You are fighting to build the life you promised yourself you would create. Nobody can fight this battle for you. They can encourage you. They can wish you well. But in the end, it is you against your excuses. It is you against your doubts. It is you against the temptation to settle. And it is you who has to choose whether you will keep swinging, even when it feels like the punches are not landing. Winners are not those who never feel discouraged. Winners are those who feel discouraged and keep going anyway. Winners are not those who always have clarity. Winners are those who take the next step, even when the path looks unclear. Winners are those who get lucky breaks. Winners are those who keep showing up long enough to catch the breaks when they come. Fighting for your dreams means accepting that not everyone will understand you. It means letting go of the need to explain yourself to those who are not even willing to chase their own dreams. It means building your confidence from within, not borrowing it from outside approval. It means setting your sights on the life you want and refusing to look back, no matter who chooses to walk away. It will hurt sometimes, it will feel unfair sometimes, it will feel exhausting sometimes. But every day you fight for your dreams, you are winning a war inside yourself. Every day you refuse to give up, you are building a character that can withstand anything. And one day you will stand where you dreamed of standing. You will look back and realize that every lonely night, every silent morning, every unanswered doubt was worth it. The people who doubted you will still be where they are, still talking, still doubting, still waiting for someone else to believe in them. But you will be different. You will have proof. You will have evidence that belief backed up by relentless action changes everything. Never apologize for fighting for your dreams. Never feel guilty for choosing a path others are too afraid to walk. Never water down your ambition to make others comfortable. Fight for it like your life depends on it, because in a very real way, it does. Your future life, your future self, your future peace. They all depend on the fight you are willing to have today. There will be a day when you no longer have to explain why you believed. There will be a day when the results will speak louder than your words ever could. There will be a day when your fight becomes someone else's inspiration. But to get there, you have to keep swinging now. You have to keep believing now. You have to keep moving forward now. Do not wait for belief from others. Be your own believer. Be your own fighter. Be your own proof. And when you feel tired, remember this. The dream is not given to the strongest or the fastest. It is given to the one who refuses to quit. Fight for your dreams. Fight when it is hard. Fight when it is lonely. Fight when it feels like nobody sees you. Fight because you owe it to yourself. Fight because you were made for more. Fight because someday the world will look at you and say, "I see it now." But you will not need their validation then, because you will already be living the dream you built with your own 2 hands. Chapter 4. Show up for yourself every single day. If you want anything real to happen in your life, you have to show up for yourself every single day. Not once in a while, not when it is convenient, not only when you feel excited. Every single day. Because the life you are after is not built on moments of motivation. It is built on daily commitment. It is built when you choose to do the work, even when nobody is watching and nobody is clapping. Most people miss their dreams not because they do not have the potential, but because they are inconsistent. They show up on Monday but disappear by Friday. They work hard for a week and then fall off for a month. They commit when it is easy and run when it gets tough. You cannot live like that if you want to win. You must become the kind of person who shows up whether it feels good or not. You have to be able to trust yourself. If you say you are going to do it, you must do it. If you set a goal, you must chase it every day without waiting for someone else to remind you. The world rewards people who are consistent. Life opens doors for people who stay in the fight. Success is attracted to those who keep moving, even on the slow days, the boring days, the painful days. When you show up for yourself daily, you start to build a self-respect that nobody can take away. You stop needing praise to keep going. You stop waiting for signs that it is working. You stop depending on the outside world to tell you that you are enough. You know you are enough because you prove it to yourself every single day through your actions. Showing up is not about being perfect. It is not about doing everything right. It is about being there for yourself when it counts. It is about pushing yourself to make progress even when the progress is slow. It is about understanding that one small step forward is better than standing still for another day, waiting for motivation to show up and rescue you. The truth is, there will be days when you do not feel like doing anything. Days when the bed feels heavier. Days when the excuses feel louder. Days when the finish line feels so far away that you wonder if the effort is even worth it. Those are the days that matter most. Those are the days that separate the dreamers from the doers. Those are the days when you prove to yourself that your future matters more than your feelings. You must train yourself to become reliable, not just to others, but to yourself. You must be the kind of person who can count on yourself to show up and do the work. Because if you cannot trust yourself, everything else falls apart. You will break your own promises, you will set goals you never reach. You will lose faith in your own potential. Every time you show up for yourself, you build trust. Every time you follow through on a small commitment, you strengthen your own foundation. Over time, that foundation becomes unshakable. Over time, you stop needing willpower to show up because showing up becomes part of who you are. It becomes your identity. It becomes automatic. You cannot expect results without consistency. You cannot expect growth without discipline. You cannot expect change without effort. Dreams require more than desire. They require action. Not once, not twice, every day, in big ways and small ways, in visible ways and invisible ways. It all counts. It all matters. The people who succeed are not the ones who had the easiest path. They are not the ones who got lucky breaks. They are the ones who kept showing up after everyone else got tired. They are the ones who kept practicing their craft when nobody was paying attention. They are the ones who stayed committed to the process even when the results were slow. Every day you wake up is a new opportunity to show up stronger. Every day you wake up you have a fresh chance to make yourself proud. Every day you wake up you are writing the story of your life through your actions. Will today be another wasted page, or will it be a page you can look back on with pride? You owe it to yourself to show up. You owe it to the future you have been dreaming about. You owe it to the vision that keeps pulling at your heart. You owe it to the younger version of you who once believed it was possible. You owe it to the person you are becoming. And it does not have to be grand gestures. It does not have to be loud. It does not have to be dramatic. Sometimes showing up looks like sitting quietly and working on your goals when you could be wasting time. Sometimes it looks like making one better choice today than you made yesterday. Sometimes it looks like giving your best even when you are running low on energy. Small steps are still steps. Small wins are still wins. Progress is progress, no matter how slow it feels. The only way you lose is if you stop showing up. The only way you fail is if you decide it is no longer worth fighting for. Some days you will be energized. Some days you will be exhausted. Some days you will be inspired. Some days you will feel numb. It does not matter. What matters is that you keep showing up, that you keep placing one stone on top of the next, that you keep stacking the days together, because what you do daily is what builds your future. It is easy to show up when it is fun. It is easy to show up when you are seeing results. It is easy to show up when people are cheering for you. But real winners show up when nobody notices. Real winners show up when the results are invisible. Real winners show up when it feels like the world has forgotten about them. If you can master the art of showing up daily, you can build anything. You can transform your health. You can build wealth. You can create a life that you are proud to live. But it all begins and ends with whether or not you are willing to show up for yourself. Nobody else can do this part for you. Nobody else can clock the hours. Nobody else can endure the grind. It has to be you. You have to be willing to look in the mirror and say, I did not quit today. I did not let my feelings control me today. I chose my future over my comfort. There is no secret formula. There is no magic shortcut. There is only the day-to-day grind of doing what needs to be done, even when you would rather take the easy way out. And every time you do it, every time you show up anyway, you build a little more strength, a little more resilience, a little more belief. One day you will look around and realize that everything you dreamed of having is now your reality. 2. And it will not be because you got lucky. It will not be because someone handed it to you. It will be because you showed up for yourself every single day when nobody else could see the vision but you. You are writing your future with every choice you make. Make it a masterpiece. Make it something you can be proud of. Make it a life that reflects the strength it took to keep showing up, even when quitting would have been easier. Show up for yourself. Not once, not sometimes, every day. Chapter 5. Cut out every distraction that weakens your focus. The world today is not short on opportunity, it is short on focus. It is easy to start something. It is harder to stay with it long enough to finish. Every day there are 100 things pulling at your mind, your time, your energy. If you do not get serious about eliminating distractions, they will slowly eat away your future. Focus is not something you find. Focus is something you build. You build it by protecting it. You build it by cutting out anything that weakens it. You have dreams to achieve, you have goals to reach, you have a life to build. You cannot afford to lose hours on things that do not matter. You cannot let your attention be stolen by every meaningless notification, every opinion that crosses your path, every temptation to escape into something easier than doing the real work. Every distraction comes with a cost, and that cost is your future. If you are not in control of your attention, someone else is. If you are not deciding where your energy goes, the world will decide for you. And the world does not care about your dreams. It does not care about your goals. It cares about taking your time and giving you nothing in return. You have to be smarter than that. You have to see distractions for what they are, thieves. They steal your time, your energy, your focus, your future. Cutting out distractions is not just about being more productive. It is about being more alive. It is about taking back ownership of your life. It is about refusing to live as a slave to interruptions, to gossip, to mindless scrolling, to entertainment that adds nothing to your growth. It is about standing up and saying, "My life matters too much to be wasted." The first step to cutting out distractions is to be brutally honest with yourself. What is stealing your focus every day? Where are you losing hours without even realizing it? What habits are draining you without giving anything back? You cannot fix what you will not face. You have to confront the truth of how you are spending your time. The second step is to create an environment that supports your goals. Your environment should push you toward focus, not away from it. Clean up your space, remove the clutter, turn off the noise, block the temptations. Make it easier to do the right thing and harder to do the wrong thing. You cannot expect to stay focused in an environment built for distraction. You must also protect your mental space. Not every conversation deserves your time. Not every argument is worth engaging in. Not every negative opinion needs a response. You have to guard your peace like your future depends on it, because it does. Every time you get pulled into something that does not serve you, you are losing momentum. If you are giving way, pieces of yourself that should be reserved for your real mission. It is not enough to say you want to focus. You have to create a system that makes it possible. Set clear work times. Turn off notifications. Limit your exposure to things that pull your mind away from what matters. Make a real commitment to yourself. If you cannot do it all day, start with an hour. Start with one focused session a day and build from there. Momentum is built one decision at a time. Every distraction you remove is a gift to your future self. Every temptation you resist is an investment in your future strength. Every time you choose focus over ease, you are sharpening your mind, strengthening your discipline, and moving one step closer to the life you were born to live. It all matters. It all adds up. Distractions are not just outside of you. They are inside too. Self-doubt is a distraction. Overthinking is a distraction. Worrying about what others think is a distraction. Fear of failure is a distraction. You must learn to quiet the inner noise just as much as the outer. You must learn to refocus your mind when it starts wandering toward fear and doubt. You must be able to say to yourself, "This is not helping me," and bring your focus back to your work. Building a life worth living requires more than talent. It requires endurance. It requires the ability to stay with a thing long after the excitement fades. It requires the ability to keep putting in the work when nobody is watching and no immediate rewards are coming. That kind of endurance can only exist if you are ruthless about eliminating distractions. You will have to make sacrifices. You will have to say no to things that others say yes to. You will have to miss out on some conversations, some parties, some trends. You will have to endure the feeling of missing out. But, in the end, you will realize you did not miss anything important. You will realize that the only thing worth chasing was your own potential. The truth is, the real battle is not out there. It is in here. It is inside